And welcome back, everybody, to I'll Hang Up and Listen, brought to you by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room with over 300 beers to choose from at all their locations. Make sure you give them check them out. Tell them 2 goalies, 1 Mike sent you. Great vibes, music, entertainment, trivia, live music at all their locations all year long. Honestly, one of my favorite places to go for a Bills game or a Sabres game, if you ever do go out for Sabres games anymore. And make sure you check out Buffalo Go. When it comes to local designs, you can't go wrong Buffalo Go. They have some great Bills merchandise on sale now. Right now, we're on sale right now before Christmas. You can find them at Buffalo Go Co. on Instagram and Twitter, buffalogo.com, at Fatty Beer on Instagram and Twitter, fattybeer.com. Sabres drop a baker's dozen, 13 in a row this time tonight to the Boston Bruins in a 3-1 game. But I thought that tonight Buffalo did deserve to win. I know they had only like 3 or 4 shots in the third period. I mean, they held Boston to 19 shots on goal tonight. I thought defensively they were fantastic. I thought the penalty kill was fantastic. They were blocking shots. They were, getting in lanes, selling out defensively to try and get a win tonight. Bowen Byram had multiple shot blocks. Malenstein had multiple shot blocks. Samuelson, I know Samuelson was the guy who pushed him. I forget who it was who he pushed into Reimer there for the game-winning, what would end up being the game-winning goal. But, I haven't hated Samuelson since he's come back. I haven't. I haven't loved him, but I definitely haven't hated him. He's been physical. He's blocking shots too. Getting the lane. I haven't hated him. I thought defensively they did everything they needed to do to win a hockey game tonight. Offensively, on the other hand, though, with the exception of the second period, which I guess you could argue is probably their best period throughout this entire, winless drought, I think that you just didn't do enough. You weren't desperate enough. You didn't shoot enough. Boston is a team that's been struggling all season, just like you have. Not to the extent that you have, where they've lost this many games in a row, but they haven't had the season I think that they were expecting. All the offseason drama with Jeremy Swayman, getting him signed right before the season started. Just their age is starting to show up, rear its ugly face, I guess, or however you want to phrase it. A game where I thought that maybe you could have, won tonight and avoid losing to Toronto and Boston in back-to-back games, which is like nightmare fuel for a guy like me who's as big as a Sabres fan as I am heading into Christmas. Not fun at all. But again, offensively, listen, you're paying guys like Tage Thompson, Dylan Cousins. I mean, JJ Peterka again scored twice in 2 games. Scored again 2 games in a row, but he hasn't been good enough. Tuck hasn't been good enough. Offensively, man, the guys that you're paying or you're expecting to be your top guys are not your top guys. They're not playing like your top guys. You need Tage Thompson to find a way to get on the score sheet almost every game. He doesn't. And hasn't been during this drought. I know he missed 5 games throughout it, not throughout. I'm sorry. This is before. That was during the West Coast trip. Sorry, I'm mistaken. But regardless, you need those guys to show up on a night-to-night basis, and they don't. This team is not deep enough. This team is not talented enough to win on talent alone. You need depth. They don't have it. You need. And I tweeted it out yesterday. This team doesn't have enough heart throughout its lineup. There's guys that take too many shifts off. There's guys that go through the motions sometimes. And I know the losing, it is exhausting. It has to be exhausting. And I give a hell of a lot of credit to Alex Tuck, man. He is the first guy that media interviews after almost every single one of these losses. And he isn't out there just giving cliche answers, man. He's giving articulated answers, and he's elaborating, and that's in itself got to be exhausting after every single game. I almost wish whoever is working in PR would grab him, hey man, you're not getting in front of a camera tonight, man. We're not making you available to the media. You need a break, because that guy looks exhausted. exhausted. And I feel for him. I really, really do. I think that you move on to the Islanders and you hope for a break. You hope that the bounces start to go your way. Like, I know I tweeted out, and some of you disagree with me. A lot of you disagree with me, but like I hated the no challenge by Lindy there on the game-winning goal. I did. I say that not because I don't think it was that I think it wasn't goalie interference, or I think it was goalie interference. It's just the fact that goalie interference, the way they've been calling that this season, has just been such a crapshoot. I mean, you look at the goal they disallowed last night with Lafferty making contact with Matt Murray's stick. He was directed into Matt Murray by the Toronto defenseman. His skate, made contact with Matt Murray's stick, but it in no way, shape, or form impacted Matt Murray from stopping that puck from going in. In no way, shape, or form did it impact the goal. And they disallowed it. You look at this goal tonight, with the way a lot of these breaks have been going for you, in my opinion, it's just like, man, you've lost 12 games in a row. Like, you really need to find I would have just taken a shot. Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. You can call me an idiot in the chat if you want. Okay. But like, is it that I think we've seen less, especially last night, a lot less of egregious goalie interference calls. You're in situations of things that are a lot less egregious get called back, like last night. I don't know. I think they should have taken a shot. You still lost regardless. And I understand the thinking that you don't want to challenge it because, then you put yourself down a man and then you're really losing the game with a few minutes left. But I don't know. I think Lindy should have taken a shot there. Just my opinion. I'm probably wrong, but that's just, again, my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. But regardless, you can't take a penalty that late in the game in a 1-1 game. You can't. The hockey gods kind of gifted you. Not gifted you. It was offsides. The Clifton Pasternak goal. Sorry, not Clifton. I'm sorry. Connor Geeky Pasternak goal. You got away with one there. You had that called back. You're playing a great defensive game. Not great offensively, but you're playing a great defensive game. I personally thought Buffalo in some ways deserved to win tonight. But bounces didn't go your way. Can't take late penalties late in the game like that. You got to show more discipline. And it ends up in your net. I hate it. I know Lindy Ruff mentioned on that penalty, the tripping penalty, he thought you could have called both a trip and a dive, but you didn't. And, you take a penalty, and there needs to be some accountability there too. I don't know. It's just, you got to be more disciplined there late in the game. We're going to go to the peanut gallery right now, starting with the very first comment. From B-Dev, they played a lot better. I tend to agree. I thought they did. Where have all the good times gone? Where the good times go? Yeah. Well, Nickelback. How does the GM survive? He built this roster. He's a yes man. Listen, man. If he didn't get fired after 10 in a row, if he didn't get fired after 11 in a row, if he didn't get fired after 12 in a row, he's not getting fired after 13 in a row. Let's go 13 straight. It's just comedy at this point. From Chris Durek, friend of the program. How unlucky is 13 straight losses? Enough said. I was a dumbass to think they would get this game to overtime. I know. Amazing. I don't know what that word means. Can predict losses. Next game, Islanders, 14 straight losses. Not enough shots on goal. Pucks to the net, bodies in front. Saw urgency for once yet. Forwards lack offensive finish talent. Yeah, I thought defensively the urgency was there. They were laying out, blocking shots, getting into shot lanes. That one penalty kill, Bowen Byram blocks a shot, goes to the front of his own net, cross-checks a guy, and in the process of cross-checking the guy to get out in front of Reimer, he loses his stick, gets back into a shot lane, blocks another shot, and then while in a one-on-one where the guy was trying to walk in, he breaks up that play without a stick, and the puck leaves the zone. The next time they're penalty, Malmstein with 2 huge shot blocks. Samuelson with a shot block. Like, I thought defensively they played fantastic tonight. But You have to find some urgency offensively, and they just didn't, man. They did not have that jump in their game offensively to get a win tonight. And, yeah, it's a back-to-back, man, but you've lost 12 in a row. Find another gear. Find another gear. I don't know. When you're going through hell, keep going. Couldn't score more than one goal on a backup goalie from a team that just got home from the West, and goal we did score on pure luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We want 14. I do not want 14. I want to come on here and talk about a win, guys. A win. I really, really need to. I want to bring this guy back. Remember him after wins? That'd be great. I don't want to yell anymore. I'm not yelling tonight. I won't. I refuse to. I can't. I really, really can't. With that being said, we're heading into Christmas here, just a few days away. The roster freeze is in effect, so there's no moves that are being made. I don't know if that means you can waive players or not. I don't know if that means anything. I know Wallstrom was. I'm pretty sure you can't waive anybody. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I don't know where the end is in sight. No win December, This team doesn't care. Lindy doesn't care. Butchercroft called out the team after their first goal, and nobody on the team celebrated. I saw that too, man. And again, you have to find a way to get some energy through your lineup. It wasn't very. There was just no jump. You score a goal, you tie a game. There needs to be excitement up and throughout that lineup. And I just think this team lacks a lot of leadership. They lack a lot of focus. They lack a lot of discipline. I just don't know where the end is in sight. I don't know how you get this season back on track or just start winning a game here and there, because I said it when it was 8 games in a row. I said 8, 10 was not out of the question. When 10 was out of the question, I said 12 and 13, not out of the question. Now that we're at 13, from 2 seasons ago, that 18-game losing streak, that is looming. And I listen, guys, it could happen. It really, really could. I just don't know. I don't know how you respond. I'm seeing you guys you guys are almost embracing this like unintentional tank that the team is putting on this season. Challenge Ref said it was a unanimous decision by everyone to not take the challenge. I get it. I get it. I get why you don't challenge there, but in the same breath, it's like you've lost 12 in a row, man. You've seen goals where the goalie interference was much less egregious get called back. That's where I'm just like, just take a chance. No shame in this game. Great effort. Just ran into the typical Sabres luck tonight. Yeah, I thought there was definitely some bad luck on their side. If I'm Reimer, I'm pissed Lindy doesn't challenge there. Again, I get it. The chances are it's probably upheld and it's a goal. But sometimes you got to roll the dice. From Mauricio, where's Connor? MIA. Took grammar punctuation classes. He is actually back in Buffalo. He's spending time with his family because this is where he's from, obviously. So I didn't expect him to be on with me tonight. But I'm always here, guys. I'm always here to wallow in all this. I don't even know. From Hunter Rosen, I really don't think most of the team hates losing enough. They need to bring it in someone that loves to win and has success, has a cup. Yeah, I mean, the only cup they have currently in this room right now is Bowen Byram. He's, 22 years old, 23? Like, that's not enough experience. You need more rings in this room. You really, really do. You need more heart and soul, more grit. I don't know, man. They don't have enough of it, if any at all. Franchise is going to give you shit answers every time. Oh, so we can't get good players because we don't have palm trees. Can we spend any money because we won't want to overpay? The team is good enough to be an NHL team. No, it's not. There is no part of any game I have seen in the last 15 that there is one glaring line of hope We suck in every aspect of the game after rebuilding for 15 years. It is time to let Buffalo Sabres go. It's never going to turn out. We are tired of it. Listen, I'm not going to go to that far and say I'm going to give up. I'll never give up on this team. Sabres will definitely beat Chicago. I don't know about that, man. They should have beat Montreal. They didn't. They got boat raced against Montreal. Listen, I think that come out and play more desperate against the Islanders and, just hope the bounces go your way. I don't know. I can't not have a single win in the month of December, man. Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad. I don't know. It's getting exhausting for me. It's got to be, obviously, I hope it's exhausting for them. Would Tyler Johnson really be that bad of a veteran to add? I know I brought him up before, but he's got 2 cups and he's someone who definitely knows what it's like to win. I don't disagree with that at all. I would love to see them bring in Tyler Johnson. He is a veteran. He has won Stanley Cups. He knows what it takes to win. He has rings. Why would it hurt? It would not hurt to claim that guy. And who in that bottom 6 is really justified a spot over him? With Nashville losing tonight, and obviously you losing, you are officially last in the standings. You are last overall, dead fucking last. Just roll the dice on a guy that has some experience and hope it works out and he livens up this room and brings some experience. I don't know. I agree. Bring him in. I don't know where to go from here. Do you think the Sabres would fire anyone if they lost every game? That's not going to happen. But I think you'd have to burn the entire arena down if they lost the rest of the games this season. From Brooke, a new listener. Thanks for hopping on, Brooke. I'm sad about the loss, but I'm happy with the effort they showed tonight. It's a lot of back and forth feelings right now. Yeah, I think I'm feeling a lot like you tonight, Brooke. I did it during our intermission reports in between periods. I said, this game is there to be won. And then the third period you kind of shit down. You took a runny shit down your leg offensively. And, you got what you deserved, I guess. But the effort defensively, man, I thought they played fantastic. I think that you got the results you wanted defensively. The players bought in. They were blocking shots. They were laying out the block shots. They were playing physical in front of their net, in and around the perimeter of Reimer. Like I'm not unhappy with the way they played defensively at all. But offensively, man, it's just not urgent enough and not desperate enough. Not enough bodies in the net. I know Adam Pencil, pointed out in a video he did from his couch. I'm assuming it was very well done. He pointed out that Byram and Power were working the puck at the point. Byram dumps it off to Power, and Byram goes straight to net, trying to open up a lane, maybe get in front of the goalie, tip, whatever his thinking there would be. And all of the Boston players kind of funneled to the shot lane. They're like, if Power, this is about, we talk about lack of awareness with him sometimes, even offensively, there's no shot there. That puck is not getting through. It is not getting through. And what does he do? He tries to shoot the puck, which I'm not opposed to shooting pucks on net, getting pucks on net. But there was no chance that puck was getting through that screen. No, it's blocked. Puck goes the other way out of the zone. It didn't end up in your net, but it's just little small details like that, man. Hockey 101 things where you're just not aware of what's going on. You look at the goal they scored against us. You have to be aware that he's going to be getting out of the box. You have to be aware of it. I mean, as a goalie, I mentioned this during intermission. I'm slamming my stick when there's 5 seconds left, slamming it, yelling, 5 seconds, even, letting the guys know. And that's on everybody, not just on the ice, on the bench, your goaltender. Just a total lack of awareness there to know that he's coming out of the box. And what happens? Puck goes right to his stick, breakaway. You could argue that maybe a whistle should have gone, but I thought the puck was exposed enough where they didn't have to blow the whistle, and ends up in your net. I don't know. I just total lack of awareness there for me. Lack of awareness offensively tonight. I don't know, man. I think they should bring in Tyler Johnson. I do. Darlene should have not played 27 last night. Well, I mean, if Darlene wouldn't have been healthy enough to go tonight, then he shouldn't have played last night. You know what I mean? Like, that's my opinion on it. Like, managing his load. I get it's a back thing, but like, I don't know. From Mauricio, why did Quinn healthy scratch? He's played well lately. Benson is invisible, quiet, healthy scratch. Too many young players up too early. I agree. I was kind of not dumbfounded, but a little thrown off by Quinn being scratched. I thought he's played better as of late, starting to find his game. I don't agree with that scratch, but you know how what Lindy is with some young players sometimes. I don't know. Maybe we needed Kubel in the lineup. It didn't really pay off tonight, especially offensively. I thought you could have used a shot like Quinn's tonight. Who is starting to find his game a little bit in the last week or two. I've had more shots. I have had more shots to ward off shots off COVID than this team put on net, or even takes LOL joke of a team 3 shots in the third period again. Yeah, Lafferty with another bad period at the worst time. Yeah, you should be held accountable. Shouldn't play next game. Someone needs to throw a jersey in the next home game, or fans need to stop showing up. Yeah, I think I'm surprised a jersey hasn't been thrown on the ice yet. I really am. I really am surprised that jersey has not been thrown on the ice. That to me is very surprising. I don't know what to think of that, because yeah, I don't know. That being said, guys, I don't have much more left to say tonight. Wasn't planning on going for too long tonight, but I said it last night. I'll say it again tonight. I can't express how much I appreciate you guys hanging out with me after every single game. We always have new faces in the chat, like here, Saucy Boys from YouTube, Brooke from YouTube, crippling, depressing gaming on YouTube. I can't express it enough. Joe Zaddy, another shout out. Amongst others. Always appreciate you guys hopping in the chat and being on here after every single game. It is a therapy almost. And I think we've definitely developed a little bit of a community here. And with that community, I hope just actually from Lance Nelson from the program wrestler, how long is it going to be for the Sabres don't suck? Not this season, Lance. Definitely not this season. I don't know what it's going to take. But with this community developed, I appreciate. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the little bell notifications so we go live. If you are not watching on YouTube, you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, go to YouTube, subscribe, hit the like. It helps us with the algorithm, gets us noticed a little bit more views, trying to monetize this. So, of course, any help you can give us would be greatly, greatly appreciated. And make sure you're subscribing on all our platforms at Duane S39. You can find me also on Blue Sky, Duane Steinell. But at Duane S39 on X, formerly Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook. You find us at 2 Goalies, 1 Mic. So just want to remind you all, this is brought to you by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room with over 300 beers to choose from at all their locations. Live music, trivia, entertainment all week long. Make sure you check out Fatty Beer and tell them 2 Goalies, 1 Mic sent you. I don't have much left to say, guys. I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. From Matt DeFabio, I have to feed my pit bull Snow because I lost all my money gambling on the Sabres. Think they'll eventually win. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's funny. I just want to say, guys, thanks for hopping on with me tonight. I'm going to call it early night, try and catch us to sleep. Hope you enjoy your Saturday nights. Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy holidays. And as always, go Sabres.